Just the tips with Gamertag. Vikings, the game. Hey guys, what's up? It's Gamertag, and normally I don't really like historic games, but this one's great. It's Vikings, the game. It has a lot of warring and simulated hiking, which is cool, but it takes place in Iceland, which means that things are gonna get weird. So you play through this game as Thor, god of the Vikings, and historians are gonna say, where is his hammer? I would probably say the hammer is implied, Brainiac, chill out. So this game is pretty much a next-gen version of Gauntlet, which means if you see a lot of enemies coming out of one hut, bust up that hut. I'm gonna guess that finding Bjork is worth about 150 gamer points. Bjork! Yes, this is pretty much a He-Man ripoff, but you know what? So is Legend of Zelda, and I would say good luck getting Dolph Lundgren to make a movie about that. WWTD, what would Thor do? You go to his local library to learn more about Iceland and Vikings. So that's Vikings the game. It's historically accurate, it's super educational, and if you keep on hiking, hacking your way through, eventually, you're gonna be a total Thor maniac, just like me. Thor the game? You just got tagged! The Gamer Tag film.
Today we've got your broadcast premiere of 2 brand new GTA 4 videos and the final word on Call of Duty 4's multiplayer maps.
Plus our review of Baroque for the Wii X-Play starts right now. Welcome to X-Play. I'm Morgan Webb.
And I'm Adam Sessler, and we're coming to you from the G4 studios in Los Angeles on Monday, April 14th.
Later in today's show, we'll have the 5 best trends in gaming today, and Kristen Holt has a brand new Lost Planet sheet. But first, Adam's got all of the day's headlines in our gaming update.
Dan Hsu, the editorial director of the One-Up Network and the former editor-in-chief of the video game magazine Electronic Gaming Monthly, announced his resignation from Ziff Davis Media and the One-Up Network on Friday. Sam Kennedy, One-Up's network site director, will be taking over Hsu's role as editorial director. Hsu was with the company for 11 years. His last day will be Friday, April 25th. More than 1 million people in China simultaneously played World of Warcraft this past week. Blizzard's impressive accomplishment marks a new record peak in mainland China's online gaming history. The mark is even more impressive when you consider China's highly regulated gaming curfews. Electronic Arts CEO John Riccitiello has echoed repeated anxiety that the new Iron Man film is going to get killed by the release of Grand Theft Auto 4, similar to the impact of Halo 3 at the end of last year. Those of you who watched last week's Sessler Soapbox know I take issue with this notion. In the end, if it's a good film, people are going to watch it. While the game won't hit store shelves for another 2 weeks, Rockstar has confirmed 4 new multiplayer modes that include Turf War, a time capture the base mode, and Team Mafia work, which allows up to 8 teams to contract work for the Mafia. In anticipation of the game's release, Rockstar has unveiled 2 new GTA videos. Here's the broadcast premiere of Liberty City Gun Club.
Tired of living in a violent society? If every citizen was armed, no one would be dumb enough to shoot people. It's exactly the ethos our founding fathers had when they wrote the Constitution and then changed it, which is what makes it sacred now. Come mingle with safety-minded people like you at the Liberty City Gun Club. Our nation is still the world leader in one thing, armaments. Tuesday night is singles night at the Liberty City Gun Club, where we smile, flirt, and then blow things up, and you can too. Meet that lucky someone and try speed dating with an exciting RPG. Nothing says excitement like a night out with a small caliber semi-automatic weapon. Get social at the Liberty City Gun Club. Liquor, guns, and fun.
I don't think the Clinton would find that elitist. Anyway, stick around, because later in the show, we'll have a second GTA 4 video featuring one of the game's colorful supporting players. And be sure to visit us on the web at g4tv.com/xplay to continue getting all of today's up-to-the-minute video game news. But now, let's go over to Morgan, who has info on some brand new killing fields.
Thank you, Adam. I do. The new Call of Duty 4 maps are here. Let's face it, sometimes downloadable content can be slightly unsatisfying and way overpriced. In today's download, you'll see that Infinity Ward knows how to treat you right. First-person shooter fans, rejoice! Infinity Ward has finally released the Call of Duty 4 Variety Map Pack, giving us a chance to give you the lowdown on this explosive new download. The first map on our multiplayer radar is Chinatown. This map is a reskinned version of Carentan, a fan favorite from Call of Duty 1 and Call of Duty 2. Chinatown has plenty of open windows and narrow doorways, so be sure to plant a few claymores before you go diving into those memorable cover spots. And here's a helpful tip for all you Lance Corporals. Stay out of the window with the MG42. Although it can be fun to lay down some covering fire, that thing is a magnet for any sucker who enjoys staring down the barrel of a sniper rifle. Oh, and try not to get distracted by all of the colorful movie posters in the video store. Broadcast hops into the Variety Map Pack straight from the tail end of the 4th single-player mission, Charlie Don't Surf. Probably the largest of all the new maps, Broadcast is full of wide-open hallways, long staircases, and well-placed choke points. Free-for-all is one thing, but if you plan on planting the bomb, you're gonna need a well-coordinated team to get the job done.
Bomb has been planted.
Since most of the action will take place indoors, you can't expect airstrikes or helicopter support to bail you out. Overall, Broadcast is a welcome addition to the map pack that provides a playground for plenty of intense search and destroy and sabotage missions.
All right, stick around. Later in the show, we'll preview the remaining maps and let you know if they're worth your money. Now, the game Baroque is not an art sim, and...
Coming up on X-Play, Kristen Holt's in the studio with a cheat to help you get every last hidden coin in Lost Planet for the PS3. Plus, in the download, we'll try not to get sniped when we take Call of Duty 4 maps, Creek, and Kill House for a test drive. We'll tell you whether or not the new maps are worth buying. Plus, we'll run down the 5 best things about video games right now. All that and more when X-Play returns.
Are celebrities worth more in one piece, or should we sell them for parts? Filter begins in 60 seconds. Hi, I'm Olivia Munn. The world throws so much at you, you need a filter. Celebrities have been insuring their body parts for ages. Here are my 3 favorites. In 3rd place, country singer Dolly Parton once insured her breast for $600,000. How much is that per pound? More recently, R&B chanteuse Mariah Carey had her legs insured for a cool $1 billion. Crazy is as crazy does. And finally, Tom Jones insured his chest hair for $7 million. If you don't know who Tom Jones is, ask your mom, but be warned, what you hear may alter your perception of her forever. Hit me up on the web at g4tv.com/filter. Until next time, I'm Olivia Munn, and I got a list.
So yeah, Attack of the Show gets it before it gets out. Now what is it?
I don't know what it is, but what Monica Lewinsky did for the cigar business is exactly what we're doing for the gaming and tech industry.
No. We definitely have it. People are constantly coming up to me saying, Kevin, how are you so hip and amazing? And I say, I don't know. Ask Jesus or R. Kelly.
Having it means being raw, frank, and usable.
Usable is not a word.
Read the Urban Dictionary much?
Attack of the Show, weeknights at 7 and 10, only on G4.
Welcome back to X-Play. When Lost Planet was ported to the PlayStation 3, it ditched the achievements, but thankfully added a bunch of new unlockables. Well, Kristen Holt is here with some guidance on how to get one of the most difficult bonuses.
Yes, if you want to unlock the character of Luca in the PS3 version of Lost Planet, you're going to have to shoot every hidden target coin in the game. It's not an easy job, so here's a little cheat to help you along the way. Okay. We know that Lost Planet Extreme Condition has been out for a while on the 360 and the PC, but its debut on the PS3 and the upcoming release of a new Gold Edition will attract some new colonists to EDN3.
Wait, did you hear that?
Yeah.
If you're new to the game, you might have noticed these things. They're collectible tokens that you can find as you work your way through the levels. What are they for, you might have asked yourself? What do they do? Well, in the PS3 version of the game, they don't do a thing. Zippo, nada. Except give you that wonderful feeling of having finished 100% of the game in all its acrid-infested, snow-banked totality. There are 5 tokens scattered throughout Mission 1 on normal mode.
Proceed with caution.
The first one is right at the start of the level. Climb into your vital suit and clear out the acrid. Just past the busted cars and the storage drums is the first token, the letter T. Look for it buried in a snowdrift. Shoot it and you're ready to move on. Make your way through the garage, taking care to waste any acrid you see. Once you're back outside, head for the fence. Behind the silos nearby, you'll find a spinning A, the second token. Next up, you'll have to fight a Cryatus, but that shouldn't be tough for a guy with his own VS and a rocket launcher, right? Once you've dispatched the bug and harvested his warm, gooey innards, hike all the way up the staircase and turn the corner. You'll find the next token tucked away on the catwalk. The last 2 are in the final cave of the level. Drop down to the bottom level of the cave, and right underneath a little waterfall is the letter E, your 4th token. Climb back up and start taking out the hives that are spawning the trillids. After you cross the walkway, rappel down to find the final token, the letter H. All that's left is to waste the boss here, and you're good to go. And what do all those tokens spell? They spell out Earth. Isn't that sweet? Just a little something to remind those humans in the stars where they came from. Remember, you have to get every single coin, which I'm sure you were planning on doing anyway. Be sure to check g4tv.com/cheat for the latest tips and tricks. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you so much, Kristen. Now, we all know how much you unscrupulous folks love to cheat. It's how you reach the kids.
In today's X List, we take a look at the top 5 cheats from our website.
At number 5 is the Assassin's Creed Mazia Flags cheat. There are 20 flags in the Assassin's hometown, and they have absolutely nothing to do with anything.
Number 4 is the Devil May Cry 4 secret missions. These missions to collect blue orbs will up your HP, and who couldn't use a little more health when, brawling with Hell's minions. Number 3 is Call of Duty 4 Mile High Club on Veteran. You know what? Just throw flashbangs and run for your freaking life.
Coming in at number 2 is Call of Duty 4 Bringing Backup. Here we show you how to be cheap and use your teammates to take down the cheap AI. But the number 1 cheat has the orange box button code. Sadly, the companion cube code doesn't make new ones in real life.
Coming up, get an exclusive look at this summer's hottest and most anticipated games with X-Play's Summer Games Preview.
5 days of world premiere demos and in-depth coverage of the latest games like SOCOM Confrontation and Lego Indiana Jones. It all starts with our 1-hour Grand Theft Auto 4 special. X-Play Summer Games Preview week-long coverage begins April 28th. And check out g4tv.com/summergames for info and updates.
And when X-Play returns, we will run down the 5 best trends we love in video games today.
But first, you must answer this trivia question. Only a penitent man will pass.
Modern Warfare was originally the setting for which Call of Duty? Is it A, Call of Duty 2, B, Call of Duty, or C, Call of Duty Roads to Victory? We'll have the answer right after the break. Yeah.
G4 X-Play.
Wow, man, it's 4:20 on G4. The party goes down Sunday at 1 and lasts all day long, man. Only on G4.
This show also available as a G4 podcast.
Before the break, we asked you this question. Modern Warfare was originally the setting for which Call of Duty? The answer is B, Call of Duty. The first game was supposed to be modern, but publisher Activision wanted a World War II shooter.
Welcome back to X-Play. It is time to finish our mission. Here's a closer look at Call of Duty 4's Creek and Kill House in part 2 of today's download. It's time to flip on your UAV sensor as we take a closer look at the appropriately named outdoor map called Creek. While we love the idea of popping out of waterfalls to snipe an enemy or crawling face first through the mud with briefcases full of C4, the overall layout of Creek tends to offer up some unbalanced gameplay. In particular, Creek's dimly lit cave quickly becomes a choke point ripe with nade spamming, effectively reduced to an endlessly fragmented stalemate. If you really want to rack up kills on this map, you might want to bust out your pup tent and sleeping bag and camp it out with sniper rifles. DLC once said it, and this DLC has proved it. If you want to stay alive, move slowly, keep your head down, and for God's sake, don't go chasing waterfalls. The fourth and final map in the variety pack is called Kill House. Here you'll get a chance to test out your team tactical skills or go one-on-one in a cage match. And if that isn't your style, then bust out the RPD for good old-fashioned free-for-all. Not only is this map a bit on the small and narrow side, but it might be the most uninspired layout of plywood and brick wall barriers we've seen since the day we tested out the multiplayer in Red Steel. Run-and-gun free-for-all fans will enjoy bouncing bullets off the shipping crates, but if you ask me, your best bet is to silence your weapon, equip your UAV jammer, and quickly throw down a few claymores. Set up camp underneath the steps and marvel at the number of targets circling your position. Trust me, you'll have plenty of opportunities to plug a few rounds to the gas masks of the enemy. In the end, the Call of Duty 4 Variety Map Pack is worthy of your Microsoft points and PlayStation pennies, and a welcome addition to our hard drive.
You know, every so often, you come across a gaming innovation that makes you slap your head and exclaim, this is going to be ripped up by everyone, and that's a good thing. Here are XPlay's top 5 favorite recent game trends. The inferior knockoffs are on the way, we assure you. At number 5 are agile, independent heroes. Video game protagonists are finally evolving and have started thinking for themselves. Viking Scarin doesn't need you to tell him to jump over a fence with the press of a button. He just does it. And scaling Jerusalem in Assassin's Creed isn't a Tekken-esque controller-smashing nightmare, it's almost too easy. At number 4, sports franchises taking advantage of the right analog stick. Forget the dry button matching gameplay that has plagued us over the years. Which button is pass? With a flick of the right analog stick, you can throw a curveball with ease, dunk in someone's face like it's your job, or perform a 360 front grab nose slide and not look like an ass clown. Coming at number 3 is the sudden surge of open world games. Games that crack down to push the boundaries, letting players explore and choose which missions they would like to take on without walking the typical linear storyline. And if that's not enough, upcoming sandbox titles include Prototype, Grand Theft Auto 4, Infamous, Fallout 3, and Mercenaries 2. If last year was the best in gaming, this year is this much more extravagant sequel. Number 2 on the list is the coming of age for downloadable content. Playing the same maps online or rocking to the same soundtrack can get a tad bit repetitive. Developers have taken notice and have released solid map packs for some of your favorite first-person shooters, as well as new hit songs for Rock Band and Guitar Hero 3. Well, our number 1 recent game trend goes to online co-op. What's the sense of buying a 50-inch HD TV if you have to share half of it with your friends? Split screen is so last gen. Now you can stretch out, get online, and blast tangos with your friends worldwide, whenever you like, in games like Rainbow Six Vegas 2, Halo 3, Gears of War, and Army of 2. And best of all, you can kick everyone out whenever you feel like it.
Earlier, we showed you video for GTA 4's Liberty City Gun Club, and now here's the second broadcast premiere for a short featuring the character of Playboy X. Listen closely. He's got interesting views on religion.
Hey, yo, True, what's cool, baby? You already know, boy. You send the word, it's going down.
Homie ain't too brother. He ain't scrawny neither. And he be styling on him a little, you dig?
We wet them up. Yeah, we wet them up.
Business is tough. I ain't a cold person. Yo, Jesus, he killed people. He killed that John the Baptist cat. History is a long time. And the best that you can hope for is a gold chain and a pager.
On tomorrow's show, Mr. Sark stops by for a very special